Hey, it's Eitan. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are making Birria Tacos. Birria Tacos date back all the way past the 1950s. They're a traditional Mexican taco dish that is usually actually made with goat. However, eventually started using beef because it was more fatty, fat is flavor, and it was less expensive. I have my meat, I have my veggies, I have lots of spices and peppers. Let's get cooking. Start off with some vegetable oil in a nice large Dutch oven that has been now preheating, getting nice and hot. Over here, I have my beef shank and I have chuck steak. Now, you really just want to use any type of cheap stewing meat. You don't want to use a fancy steak for this, just something that will really be able to break down, shred up finally once it cooks for a bunch of hours. This is a low and slow cooking method. So I'm going to start off with my beef shank right into there to start searing. Now, you may notice I am actually purposely not salting it yet. This is going to be a very reduced down consomme and soup and stew. Therefore, it is very important that you don't over salt in the beginning or at the end, it'll be insanely salty. While that starts to cook, let's just take our chuck and basically I'm just going to cut it into some very large cubes to help it cook. Obviously, these are very big steak. There we go. That is a nice sized piece. Give that a flip and ooh, look at that beautiful sear. Now cook on the other side until you get the same amazing color. Meat out of the pot straight onto your baking pan. Whoa, the meat is fighting me. Straight into there. And now, the reason that you sear that first, if you look into the pot, you have all that fond on the bottom. Those little bits of meat are gonna give you so much flavor. For the base of the consomme, I have some tomatoes from my garden, and I'm just going to pick these off. You wanna use about 4 to 5 tomatoes. These ones were a little smaller, so I'm gonna do 5. And all you gotta do is cut them in half because we wanna get a nice sear on them. So just right in half. And I mean, oh, look at that beautiful summer tomato inside. Then grab a white onion, cut it into quarters. Tomatoes into the pan, face side down. That is going to get a nice sear, really build up flavor. This is like a flavor party. We want as much flavor as possible. Onions go in as well. Now that these are in here, these are gonna have their own little party for the next 8 minutes while they get some color, build up that flavor, and meanwhile, just have a party of your own. Party go. All right, let's take these out of here, and ooh, look at that, straight over here. Oh man, my dog Ernie is joining me in the kitchen. Ernie loves Birria Tacos, apparently. He's a big fan. Now add in a whole lot of garlic and just cook that in the remaining oil for about 2 to 3 minutes until it's nice and soft, but be careful not to burn it. Garlic out of the pot straight onto your board. Flame off. Now, the next step involves our chilies. So we have 3 different chilies. We have guajillo chilies, ancho chilies, and chilies de arbol. And if I'm gonna be honest, I should have done this before. I should have done this while my meat was cooking. I take that on for myself. Do it while the meat's cooking, don't do it now. But you know what? It's okay, we all make mistakes. Just cut off the stems. You do not want the stems, so you're just going to cut them off, get rid of those stems. Thank you very much for your service. You helped grow these peppers, but just like that. Now, the next step is to toast them. This will really bring out their flavors. And now, Kenji Lopez Alt taught me, well, not personally, I wish he did, but through his incredible website and Instagram, that you can actually just toast your chilies right in the microwave for about 45 seconds. I know it sounds crazy, but we are going to then rehydrate them. So I'm just gonna, use a little kettle, boil some water, and that is just going to rehydrate them and get them nice and malleable and soft so we can blend them and then make the consomme. I mean, most of our work here is done. All right, I can smell the chilies in each of my nostrils. And open, let that heat come out, and ooh, look at that, into the bowl. Oh, boiling. All right, now just take your boiling water, pour over those chilies. Ooh, wow, that steam is gonna be deadly. I'm kidding. It won't be, don't worry. That would be a liability. Pour those over there, cover with your old plate, and you're gonna let this sit for about 10 to 15 minutes. And meanwhile, we're heading back into the pot. Get that on a nice medium flame. I have a whole lot of spice here. I have a little bit of cinnamon, some peppercorns, some cloves, Mexican oregano, cumin, and bay leaves. So I'm gonna take my bay leaves into the pot along with my cumin, and finally my cloves. A little bit of cinnamon and peppercorns right in there. And you're just going to want to toast these spices for about 45 seconds to a minute. Again, it's all about building layers of flavor, toasting this to really bring out those oils and flavors. And then let's have at the ready, 1/4 cup of vinegar to deglaze the pan right after. So just toast these. Ooh, wow. The smells in this kitchen are intoxicating. I wish we had smell-o-vision or smell-o-tube. Then just some vinegar to deglaze, amazing. And I'm just gonna turn off the heat for a second. Woo! Look at that. The vinegar, the spices. That is, woo! Oh my God, too much in the face. And stir that up. Ooh, that vinegar really brought up all those little bits of flavor. Wow, that is, woo! Vinegar in the eye. Vinegar steam in the eye. Whew. I'm okay. Thank you for asking. Dun 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 dun! Steam. Okay. Now you're just going to grab your blender and literally just transfer your chilies straight from here. Oh, that is some spicy liquid straight into the blender. Just get those all in there. Here we go. Then come over here to our veggies that we seared before. Grab all those tomatoes, onions, and garlic straight into the blender. Wow, this is a flavor party, and you're invited. And don't forget, like I did, your oregano right in there as well. Beautiful, that looks amazing. That deep color is from those chilies. It seriously makes a difference. Then back into the pot goes the beef. Just layer that all down there. Get that in there. And now, all this little juices and situations in here are full of flavor. So I'm gonna make sure that nothing gets lost. Then 3 cups of water go into here. Now, grab yourself a strainer, very, very important. You want a nice broth. You do not want to have any little bits in it or any solids. So just take your mixture over here, go, and pour it through a strainer. Now look at that deep color. Oh, wow. Okay, if that doesn't scream flavor, then I don't know what does. Just pour that all in to there. Grab your wooden spoon and just push it through. And oh, out comes the beautiful puree. I've strained it all in. Now season with some salt. Give that a nice stir to make sure it is fully combined, and then cook this for 1 hour covered. Then remove the cover. You're gonna check on it and then cook for another 2 hours uncovered. So I'm gonna let this cook. And meanwhile, I'm just gonna enjoy the beautiful summer weather.
2 hours later.
I'm back. It's been a few hours. This has been cooking down. My apartment smells like literal heaven. Just use your tongs to remove the meat from the pot. It is just literally falling apart. That is what you want. That's why I said you can use super cheap stew meats because it is just going to break down and become super duper soft. So just take out everything, the bones and all, and now it's just time to shred our meat. Grab your 2 forks and just use them to shred that meat. Oh, look at those beautiful shreds. I mean, oh, look at that. That is gorgeous. My meat is pulled. I'm now gonna take my tortillas, and what you do is you take your tortillas, dip them into your Birria consomme. Oh, ho, ho, look at that. Straight into your hot pan. I'm gonna do 2 at a time, and you're gonna cook them for about 30 seconds per side. And oh, wow, okay. This is so exciting, oh my God. I do have to say, I highly recommend getting a high quality tortilla for this. A nice corn tortilla, maybe even yellow corn is what I did, really will go a long way. And this consomme is just going to pack a ton of flavor into the tortilla. Now, usually tortilla is the bland part of the taco, but no, today it is full of flavor. After 30 seconds, give that a flip and start taking your meat and just piling it on. Oh, actually, no, sorry, whoa. Queso birria. Take a little bit of cheese. I'm gonna use some plant-based cheese right over there. Cheese goes down right on the bottom, and then top it with your meat. Ho ho! I mean, this is insane. Finally, you're just going to take your tortilla, fold it over to form a taco. Ooh, look at that. All right, I know it's a little messy, but that is okay. Just transfer to a plate. Ooh, look at that. Then lift them open, top with a little bit of white onion, a little bit of cilantro right into there. Then the most iconic part, you're going to take your consomme, pour it into a little dish, and this is how you eat it. Ready for it? Just gonna take your taco. Beautiful and delicious on its own, but you know what can make it even better? Dip it in that consomme. Oh, it's dripping. Oh. That is creamy. That tortilla is lightly crisp on the outside, full of flavor from the consomme. That meat is super meaty. It is just soft and just pulls apart. That plant-based cheese is super gooey with that little bit of zing from the onion and the cilantro. This is a messy taco. If you eat this and you're not messy, then I don't trust you. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, be sure to hit the like button. Comment down below what is your favorite type of taco. I would love to know. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and be sure to give us a try. I mean, I'm speechless. This is just absolutely delicious. I'll be eating more of this and more of this and more of this. I love birria tacos, and I love you too.